Hi everyone, back again. Welcome back to another review. And this time, everyone, we're going to be doing once again another specialized Stremane once more. As you can see, I'm getting to that. So essentially, this time we're going to take a look at, we're doing another specialized stream once again. Good evening, Carlos. Good evening, Island of Sodor. Hello there, Luca. Hello, Daniel. Daniel Brooks. Right. So, where we go? Yes. So, essentially, if you're wondering why it's been a while since I've done a stream in time, I won't get into detail on some of the reasons, but I'm going to say this. Hello there, Nathan Armada Fan Guy 2010. Good evening. What am I up to today? Well, I'm about to tell you some specialized updates. Updates of some incredible, exceptional, excellente, and whatnot. And a teaser of what's to come. But of course, the route. Basically, I'm making a route of a well-known. A well-known film that came back in the 50s. Okay, yes, I do. I've reviewed a majority of them, except for Blackout, Super Mode Optimus Prime, like basically when he gets the jetpack and Ultra Magnus' hammer. I don't have that, of course, so they're rare to find. And there's a couple others I have yet to review from the original animated line. That being said, that sounded so cool. That did. Right. Anyway, so as always, make sure to support the Patreon, whatnot. Sorry, I'm just. But yeah, so back to the initial question. New models will be coming very soon. They're going to be shown in a specialized video in September, October. I've got 2 other models in the works, or actually 4 models, and 2 of them are for my series, of course, and the other half are for a series I'm a part of. I'm not going to say what it is because this is for the sake of confidence and whatnot. And I'm not going to get into it, but I'm going to say whatever hurts me makes me stronger. Thank you. Anyways, circa a year ago, and I'm not going to say what happened last year because I just, part of me wants to rage about it, and I'm not going to discuss it as much as I want to. Anyway, Daniel Brooks, yes. And I haven't forgotten about your little request. Don't worry. It's coming. I'm going to try and sneak it into a video coming soon, I think. I've got a lot of models on my plate. Which I'm actually in the process, funny enough, of drafting open applications to join my team, my Surf Society team, where we're going to make models that haven't been made yet. So there's that. Also, So I'm just gonna. That's a very good question. A very good question. Uh, Honestly, the animated stuff, Transformers animated stuff I've seen in DVR is pretty something. Um, that's a good question about Sorry. I mean, because let's see. All right, I'm going to say this. Some of the live action, like some of the human characters, like, okay, basically characters like Sorry, Miko, Raph, and Jack, I believe, from Transformers Prime are going to be Russell for certain, Denny for certain. Uh, Now, of course, Cade Yeager is going to be a huge factor. So is like, I mean, yes, it's all going to be like, and of course, there's also characters like uh, uh, Kobe, Laurie, and Bud from Cybertron, of course, and then there's like Kicker, uh, and then there's the trio from Armada. But anyways, however, there's going to be a lot of human involvement, at least at certain points of Soda Origins. That's what I'll say. And yes, you're going to see Noah and whatnot. Noah, yes. Can't forget about Noah. I cannot forget about, uh, you know, others we can mention. But anywho's, uh, definitely we'll see a fan zone moment here or two. He and probably Agent Fowler probably have a collaboration. I mean, I the similarities are just so hilarious. Yet Agent Fowler had more involvement with in Prime than Fanzone did in animated because Fanzone was just like a cop, I think he was. So I'm not going to say what the ships are. Funny enough, that or will develop in Sword Origins. Uh, right now in the works, there's a certain Green B12 that I mentioned in my, you know, well, I will say this: engines that I'm currently making are characters that are from the CGI era that haven't been given proper models yet, and also characters from specifically from the pack, like the Sodor Construction Company, like the Jack and the Pack characters. Essentially, characters like Patrick, Byron, Brenda, Darcy. Uh, who else? I'm thinking of Nelson, Nigel, uh, and others. And yes, Alfred. Okay, as I mentioned in the Richard Jordan thing, Alfred's still going to be a part of my series, but not for long. I've already got the two parodies that he's going to appear in, then Soda Origins, and then that's it. Alfred will cease. Well, after he uh, after he dies in Soda Origins, of course. That's going to be. I think that both Tobias and Timothy would die at the same time, simultaneously. Um. So wait, sorry, or Sound Wave, or is it Sound Dave, or is it Sound Dwayne? I'm not sure. you talking about spoilers? Well, technically, there are two Green Beetles, not just Alfred, but Alfred's sister that was prominently featured a long time ago. I should mention a character that you saw last year. Funny enough, in a appropriatized story origin of her instead of the main canon and such. Uh, so questions? What questions? I already answered the question. Sorry or Soundwave. Okay, look, here's the thing. Sound Dave or Dwayne, but all right. Taking the Sword Origins out of the way for a sec. Sorry would easily trump Soundwave, but the only way Soundwave would win if he had plot armor. That's it. Now, if with this happened to Sword Origins, I have only the first episode has been written, and I only have little cast members for this. I'm literally staring at majority because look, there are more reviews coming. Like, and I'm sorry they've been drying up. It's just a lot of reasons IRL have been the reason that you haven't seen much reviews. They're going to heat up hopefully by Christmas. Well, by winter at least. But yeah, going back to this, sorry wins. But sorry win only if he has plot armor at the end. And yes, I'm talking about Hazael. Hazael? No, Hazel. The only Hazel I know that I know of outside of this is Hazel May. Hazel May, she is an outstanding voice, reporter, and host for the Toronto Blue Jays. After seeing the deleted scenes and seeing season 4 technically made it to a comic book, and that was pretty telling. Pretty telling, I'll say that. Outside of that, like, it's just like, okay, here we go once again. I'm torn up into pieces once again. Here I am once again. I'm torn into pieces once again. Yeah, like that episode. Okay, honestly, add David Fleischer into the episode, and that would be an S tier, a god tier episode if David Fleischer were to appear in this. If you don't know who David Fleischer is, look him up. He's an outstanding person, really is. He knows when to set right from wrong, and someone I'd like to get work alongside one day. Oh, well, it's funny you mention it. Like, After Toby and the Break Van is basically a season 2 is basically a Bill and Ben episode. Well, prior to that is my review of the Transformers Agent Knight, car from Knight Rider. But the Bill and Ben episode appears, and then Goldust Hunters, and then there'll be an after party stream for the Goldust Hunters project after Goldust Hunters premieres. Like once the premiere, comes and goes. Hello, TVFF Studios. Great to see you, my friend. How are you doing? And the limits of the plot over Sword of Origins, I'm not sure. I haven't. That's still in the works. Let's say, but you may see Rise of the Beast elements like characters, and you will see uh, you'll see greatness and happiness and whatnot. And yes, my intent is to have the entire series premiere at TFCon 2035. I will be so honored to present it to all for the many because I just because now is the time. Thank you. Wait, what do you mean, my God? The limits of plot over for Sword Origins, like basically some of it traditional and some of it non-traditional plot over Sword Origins in terms of you know it won't be like, oh, catch the villain of the week or whatever kind of thing, or defeat the villain of the week. It won't be like Power Rangers in a sense, but there might be some Power Rangers elements. Oh yeah. uh I deleted Sheffield number 14 Productions' model of Alfred just because of what happened with the Richard Jordan stuff. uh she would not be happy, but she would be happy to know that I will be using her Jane model, uh like very you know in the not too distant future. Because Jane was the one, and if you haven't seen her channel, was the one that tried to shunt Henry out of the tunnel. If you don't know, basically go back to a previous stream about the whole Richard Jordan stuff. I'm not even going to say it here because I nearly lost my voice talking about that. It was like, ugh, don't want to live that stuff again. Meaning, I don't want to decipher the hieroglyphics on that. Do you mean Jane? Because Winston, is still exists in my universe. I haven't introduced Jane yet. That's the thing. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. All right. The limits of plot convenience. Okay, so the limits of plot convenience. Well, basically, it won't be a trope, but it will be something. Like, basically, like everything in plot convenience is on the table, but not every bit of it's going to be used because I don't want to burn out the entire episode for just one plot convenience or whatnot. I am talking about Jane, yes. Like from the story "What's in a Name" by the Jolly Mario. I mean, Jolly Mario, like, I mean, and of course, since Pride Month, it is Pride Month technically. That was a pretty cool story. That you know, a pretty cool story that Jolly Mariner, Jolly Mario was able to write. Uh, so sorry, I was just reading a Discord message. Okay. I will definitely adapt it. I've got a few things in the works of myself, but I've got that in the cards. But yeah, yeah, like because that story, funny enough, was one of the inspirations for my transition story I did, uh, which was like almost a week ago. Hello there, Minnesota Wild. Haven't decided yet, George, but I will. I'll get back to you on that. It was my personal sequel to the ending of the Prime Wars trilogy. Basically, like, the Combiner Wars, Titan's Return, Power of the Primes kind of thing. That's basically what the Relic Wars was about. Was all the relics. So that's basically why you saw all those, you know. But now that I have proper stop motion technology, I can able to, you know, do this and that. And that's fine. And yes, I will say this. Coming soon, you will see an episode idea from this guy you see on my screen here, Wild Adventure 10. He proposed a story idea. I wrote it. I filmed it. It's all videos all ready to go. I just haven't. I will send the send, but I will. The video will premiere sometime late this summer, early fall. So I haven't thought of that yet. Because actually, I'll tell you this. Um, Relic Wars took me 2 months to film. Had to film the thing twice. And the reason being was because of system service exception. The blue screen of death that I finally will finally be no more. Microsoft finally acknowledged. Thank you. Thank you. Because that's a face that haunted me in 2022. Oh yeah. NHL 26 is going to be a banger too. I haven't. Of course, I may have to review NHL 26 like I did NHL 25, like last year, because I just ran out of time. So then again, look at this photograph, and every time it makes me laugh. I will heavily think on that. Yes, I know. They're at least a majority of them are Canadian, and they already made trades today. And they're going to let some key pieces walk in free agency. Um, Well, that was part of the reason. Part of the reason was Starscream is we see Starscream's like essence alive and such. But here's the thing: there was also did Megatron actually survive his sacrifice with the Matrix of Chaos? Uh, I was tempted to get Overlord back into it, but of course he was far dead. So anyway, uh, nice, cool. I did see your question about what's in the name from Jolly Mario, and yes, I'm going to adapt it. As I said, like 10 minutes ago, it will be adapted. I promise. Like, because, like, now actually, funny enough, my friend Shiner Tees provided a beautiful narration of it, so I'm going to use that for said and huge thank you to Shine for because I mean we've been firm friends for almost almost like 10-11 years. And yes, I am aware. Ricardo and I did speak. I do have what he sent me. And don't worry, the you will see the actual your dream will be fulfilled with the actual it's an interesting question. I mean, if Stories of War were to feature the Transformers, oh yeah. Edward's ally. Thought of it. I would say that would be more of like a season 2, season 3 story arc in Generation 1 if Stories of War would take place. Like Victor Tanzik's Stories of War kind of thing. Well, yes, but there's also what's her name from Carson's universe, that recent video of his with that what's her name? Her name escapes me, but as I said, I will heavily consider those. Like as I said, like sorry, just results the end. Sorry, I'm just looking at a mile. Okay, but yeah, like the Soda Origins. This has been in the works since 2017. Like, and as I said, there'll be three seasons, 26 episodes each. Heavily is going to involve a lot of things. A lot of things. All right. The Stories of War featured the engines fighting. That would be interesting. Well, technically, like, yeah, that would be something. How would that be possible? how would that be possible? G1ifying Transformers Cybertron, like, because so technically Cybertron, okay, by Japanese continuity, it's technically separate from like Micron Legend and Superlink, because Galaxy Force technically was its own thing. In Cybertron, since it's part of Armada Energon, the same sort of thing, they're technically connected. So, like, well, actually, Transformers 1 is technically closest because there are a lot of references to G1 and such. I mean, yes, the 13 Primes, the Matrix, uh, leadership hierarchy, corruption, yada, yada, yada. Uh, I said that'd be interesting. Wait, who are you? Who are you? All right. Um, Johnson and Winston are technically still alive. Alec Greedy, that's another story. Yeah, don't worry. If it's the blue screen of death there, my friend, if you see it, destroy the face. Do it. I'm just saying. Well, the part of the reason there haven't been my recent videos because of flashbacks as we down the mine. Na, na, na. Anyway. Let's see. How I would write stories of Roar? Well, honestly, I wouldn't change much, but I would involve an element from TB76's universe where where the failure appears, uh, and of course, with and constant arguing from Yodel and Spear and many others. Well, technically, I don't know. Well, yeah. I mean, they all passed away in the '86 film set in the year 2005. It reminds me, funny enough, of a video I did a long time ago, a reflection of hope and honesty. Blue dabba dee dabba die, as we lash back, as we down the mine, as we east Aluai, Alu Henry, Aluai, guns goodbye. There we go. like, okay, I'm tempted to remake the pilot from the Down the Mine pilot. I'm tempted to because I use the like the pilot mine area is giving me so much material to work with for Soda Origins. And yes, uh, like Insecticons are definitely going to appear, but their involvement has yet to be well. It's yet to be you know yet to be determined. And I just answered the question. Well, technically, all right. It's a pilot, so I accept that Thomas's whistle was more like a deep toned Donald and Douglas sort of you know thing. Because let's see, hold on. Let's see. They're equally amazing and such. I mean, all right. So let's see. Let's take a look at the Kent. Okay, there's Thomas's whistle here, like the whistle we all know and love, and then there's. What if they could combine both whistles? That'd be something. All right. Okay. Well, it sounds classical and amazing. Well, the loaned engines, at least in my universe, were built, you know, to keep it in consistent canon and such. Uh, oh yeah, I have seen Starscream's death in Armada. Because his sacrifice when he just went down the well there was like, he didn't even transform. He just all he did was just, you know, he just fell into the sky and just evaporated into Unicron's atmosphere. Let me try something here for a second here. I would, but we do not want to have something called copyright now, do we? Anyway, okay, there you go. Well, you mean Patrick Star from SpongeBob? Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Like because sorry, I'm just oh yeah, Homer Simpson strangles Bert and other stories. Cool. Oh, you mean Patrick the Cement Truck? Anyway, it's time to show off some Blender files of what I'm working on. And yes, this some of this will actually require collaboration. Um, and some, well, not so much. I'll explain as we go along. And those are tabs. We don't. But yeah, here's what I have so far in terms of modeling. Well, so far at least. And who do you want to see released first once completed on all of them? Well, I have to get permission. That's the thing from the creator to make uh right. So of the models I've showed off, which one do you want me to see? Which one do you want seen released first once completed? Like of the 4 or 5 models that I showed off. And don't worry, there are more coming. There are more models to come. More models to come. Yeah, sorry for the silence. I'm just looking at you know. Uh, Now then, uh, so all right, now okay, so we got one for Vinny, but what about others? Others in the chat, just sound off who you want to see. Like you want to see being released first, made first, kind of thing. Because I mean, there's now I know that there are 5 other versions of Mini. They're all private. Well, actually, technically, one of them was public, but then it was taken down because of various issues with the model. I can't say what site it was, but all I can say is I'm good friends with the admin. Um, I'm also good friends uh, with its his supervisor, and his other supervisor. So outside of Vinny, um, yeah, sorry. Again, I was just looking at some things. Sorry about this. I'm just looking at a classified there. Uh, I saw the Cyberworld trailer. It's supposed to come out what next month, August ish. Now, I watched a couple of. Okay, so there were two other series that have been announced. Now, whether or not that's true or not on one of them kind of is plausible. A Transformers GI Joe crossover series. That's interesting. Oh, so it is this month. So July the 12th. That's ooh, that's on a what's on a Thursday. Why did the feeling that it's gonna cross over and like internal dimensions sort of thing? Like, because the last time, now here's the thing: the Prime Wars trilogy was a web series itself too. I wouldn't be surprised if Cyberworld kind of branches off into a trilogy. I wouldn't surprise me. It would not. It wouldn't. I have this feeling that tonight's going to be a good night. However, there's also something else that needs to be known. Needs to be known. Hi, Alex the Tank Engine. Very soon, I will send the link. I will send the link very, very soon. Now, also, here's the fact of the matter. This week in sports is done on my channel. Yeah, it is. It's done for the foreseeable future. until such time has passed. It's been dormant forever, and yeah. Anyway, um, um, oh yeah, Age of the Primes. Like that's all right. I will say this, like, and this is no joke when I say this. Like, Age of the Primes is amazing. Like, just yesterday, I saw Armada Red Alert. Like, I didn't get him yet, but I will say this: in my repertoire, shall I say, is a selection of figures that you will see being reviewed very, very soon. I'm going to share them to you right now. Coming very soon, you'll see the reviews of Bumblebee, V127, two figures I tried to get earlier this year, uh, Cosmos, and then Armada Wheeljack. Then, of course, the little one that she won't be out till November, but the Solus Prime looks amazing, and then Prima, and then Star Convoy. Yes, that Star Convoy looks a legendary amazing. He is so cool. Um, this may be a lengthy stream. I haven't decided yet. Um, yeah, and there may be a few pauses here and there, just like a while ago. But anyway, that aside, and why the confused face? Why, Daniel? Are you're eager to get into the stream? I understand. I'll just sit tight, and I'm gonna Everyone's doing good. That. Sorry, I'm just again the whole hold this down. Whatnot. How's everyone go? Yeah. and I will be back very, very soon. This we will continue the stream. I have to do something. Make certain Daniel Brooks to keep an eye on the chat. I'll be back very soon. I have to do this really quick. So also out the fact, do everything you can. Make sure that things are lively and whatnot. I'll be back very soon. And I am back once again, everyone. And welcome back to the. We're taking a look at. There we go. Much better. Good morning, Alex. Good morning, Lutzi. Good morning, Trains Iron Horse 34. I am back. Welcome back to again another video review. I am back. Welcome back to again another video review. And so with that being said, everyone, that's the end of the stream. Thanks so much for watching. And there is a part 2 coming tonight. So until then, take care and see you in a good day. Bye-bye.